to tell us about her new book, Wrapped Up in Christmas, and show us how we can bring a little piece of the book to life in our very own homes is award-winning author Janice Lynn. Welcome, Janice. You're so talented. This is such a sweet story, this book, and I want to start with the fact that really it was your son and his journey into the military that kind of inspired this book. Tell me about it.
That is correct. So my youngest son is in the Army. He enlisted, but it took him a while to get there. He has a heart murmur, and so he really wanted to be in the Army, and so he struggled for about a year to get approval from the Surgeon General.
Okay.
And so I sold the story to Hallmark in September, and he actually finally got approval from the Surgeon General in November and got sworn in November. So
well, that
2018.
is amazing, and thank him for his service for sure. And I mean, by the way, and congratulations to him. That's quite an accomplishment, especially considering, you know, the journey. Now talk a little bit about the book and what it's about. What can we expect?
Sure. So the book is called Wrapped Up in Christmas, and it is set at a small town in Kentucky, Pine Hill. My heroine's name is Sarah Smith, and she works for a church, and she does a lot of community projects and a lot of different things along that line. One of her projects that she did was something to where they made a quilt for wounded warriors, which is what Quilt of Valor is all about.
Yes, the
and so
sure.
my hero is who got her quilt, and so he comes to tell this little old lady thank you, and he ends up finding the heroine instead. So
it's a very sweet story, and I think it's really a unique one as well. And we're not going to be making a quilt today, everybody. But before we get over there, tell us a little bit about what Quilts of Valor is all about.
Yes. So Quilt of Valor is an organization that was founded in 2003 from Catherine Roberts. She had a dream. Her son was serving in Iraq at the time, and she had a dream, and there was a soldier. He was kind of dejected and really feeling down and depressed. And in the dream, he got wrapped with a quilt, and it served as a healing. So when she woke up, she had this vision of quilt equal healing, and so she started the foundation in 2003. They've awarded over 200,000 quilts now.
Amazing, amazing.
So.
And you're keeping it alive in your story too, which I love.
Absolutely.
Tying it all together.
Yes,
okay.
because they need more quilts.
Absolutely, they do for sure. So let's get over there and start making what we are.
Awesome.
This actually does come from the book. First, before we get there, tell us what it is.
So these are snowflakes. In my story, these snowflakes they feature very prominently in the opening scene with the heroine. Her and these little ladies called the butterflies are actually making these snowflakes. At one point, the heroine and the hero are making these snowflakes, so they feature pretty prominent.
Okay, fantastic, and they're a little bit more doable than making a quilt in the little time that we have here. So it's going to start with a little bit of plastic canvas.
Yes.
And that's what's sort of going to be the base or the foundation of our snowflake. So what do we do from there?
Sure. So on our plastic canvas, we want to make sure that we have 19 of these little squares over on that, so that we end up with the right size here.
So it's like a 19 by 19.
Yes. So it'll be a 19 by 19.
This is like math class, like geometry or something. I love it. Great.
That's exactly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So
you cut those over?
Yeah.
You can
so
guess
see here. Yeah,
on
we're
TV,
just gonna
because
guess.
people at home won't know if it's 19 or 20. Very good. It's amazing that you can actually count that quickly with those tiny little squares. It's making me a little bit...
Yeah, well, we may be off.
There you go. It's simple as that. So it's very easy to cut. It's...
Yeah, so on this, once we get our square, and I'm going to kind of change over to one of these and stuff on this just to make sure that I have the right number and stuff.
Great.
So then at that point, Cameron, we're going to go over, so we'll go over 5.
Okay, am I doing this too, or are you... Oh, I see. You're going to cut that guy into...
So we're going to cut
this is the actual
down.
cutting out the shape of the snowflake, or part of it anyway, right? Very good. So just a little something like that. Nice. You've done this before, haven't you?
I have.
Okay, good.
And so that's going to be 3.
Have you ever done it with any other materials other than this plastic canvas?
I have not.
No, I mean, it looks like it's the right way to go. There you go. You get the one side done.
Yeah, and then we'll do this, and then we do that on each side to where you have 5, 2, 2, then down 3, and then 5, and then do the same thing
on the side, and continue it all the way around. And I feel like it would be a nice kind of a crafting thing to do with the kids too, for sure, wouldn't it?
Sure.
Okay, we got a couple already cut out.
So we have here. There's yours. Here's mine.
I get one too.
You do.
Very exciting.
And so then we're going to take our thread, and you can use any kind of different yarn and stuff on there. I do use a crafting needle, so it's a little bit bigger opening to get your yarn to go through.
And one side has the knot.
I do have the knot. You want that to be at the end so that it kind of catches the thread, and you can kind of trim this little edge off after you're through and stuff. I like the yarn that has the little bit of a glitter thread to it, just to give it a little bit of sparkle when it's hanging with your decorations and stuff.
All right.
And there is no right or wrong on this. Each one that I do is a little bit different, so you can kind of get creative.
Janice, that's my favorite kind of crafting. When there's no right or wrong. I mean, I don't know what to do here, but I'm just going to dive right in.
Yeah, so you'll just kind of sew. And
now, do you pull the whole thing through?
You will, to where your knot is at there.
I got you. Okay, very good.
And so, and then you'll just however you want to do that.
I liked what you said there too. There are no snowflakes. No two snowflakes are alike, so you can kind of get creative.
That's exactly.
And you keep on going all the way through, and you make a little design. But you can also include some other little details and some fanciness too.
That is correct.
Do we do that at this point, or we add those later?
No, you actually want to get all of this done, and you'll need 2 of these for each snowflake.
I got you.
And on that, one of them, you're actually not going to be able to see anything on the center, so you don't have to focus on one of them except for just these outside edges, because you're going to cover that up.
I'm only laughing at myself here.
So once you get this done, kind of like what this one is here and stuff on that.
Good, you're saving me from a snowflake that was going south, that was getting melted or something, I'm not sure. Okay, good.
So you can kind of find a backside here.
It doesn't matter. You can mix and match too.
It really doesn't matter. You can mix and match them. So then you'll take it and you're just going to snap.
This is my favorite part, everybody. Watch this. Okay, so you put them in like this, and then you snap.
And that's why it's so important to cut it in that way. And then you have this little snowflake like this.
It is very, very satisfying. Locking them in like this.
You can kind of see, even with just the yarn, they're really neat and stuff on there. But and I'm throwing mine away.
I'll get that one for you. I'd like to say, look what I just made, but really, we know the truth.
And
this is when you add the little details.
Yes, and then you can add the details. So on yours, if you wanted to take a little bit of glue and put your glitter and different things and stuff on there, you can do.
I'll tell you what,
that
you get started on that, and I'm going to tell everybody where they can find your great book. Thank you for that. I think my kids would love to do this.
So
for sure, everybody, and you will too. Full instructions, go to our website, hallmarkchannel.com, and you can pick up your very own copy of Janice's book, Wrapped Up in Christmas, at your local Walmart and everywhere books are sold. Thank you, Janice.
Thank you.
Okay.